Now, this was the team that I was expecting at the beginning of the year. I told a lot of people Wisconsin's going to be really good this year. I think Wisconsin's going to be one of the best teams in the Big Ten. And I sounded crazy. But I looked at a team that was really good prior to the Wall injury last season. Adding AJ Storr to the mix, and I didn't know Blackwell was going to be like this, but adding Blackwell to the mix, everyone taking a step forward, getting it better in the offseason. I was like, this team is going to be really good. This is what I expected. The ceiling on this team is ridiculous when you look at the Virginia performance, when you look at the Marquette performance, the Michigan State performance. This team's really tough. It took them a few games to figure it out. Slow start, especially on the defensive end. They needed to shore some things up, but they figured it out. They're believing in the team that they really could be, and that's what Greg Gard said, and I see it. But I said early on in the game against Michigan State, early on in the game against Marquette, Wisconsin looks like the better team. And that I think each team, Marquette and Michigan State, to beat Wisconsin, a lot of things would need to go their way. 50-50 balls, hitting tough shots, some favorable calls. Wisconsin looked better than each team, and they manhandled each team. Out-rebounding Marquette 38-23. Out-rebounding Michigan State 35-22. And you might say, oh, that's crazy that, Marquette, they're really good. Badgers aren't that much better. Really? They never led once in the game. Same thing with Michigan State. They didn't lead once in the game. That's domination. In Wisconsin, a sign of a really good team is when you can withstand a team's punch. And Marquette and Michigan State are both solid teams that are very capable of making that punch. Both of them are good teams, especially Marquette. I think Wisconsin's better, but when they make their punch and you keep your composure and you respond, that's a sign of a mature team, a tough team, and a really good team. And Wisconsin is looking the part. And I think this is looking like Gard's best team he's had at Wisconsin. You can say the team 2 years ago, no way. 19-20 team, no way. This team has more talent, more athleticism, more defensive potential. I don't think there's many backcourts in the entire country that can D up like Chucky and Max Klesmik can. Look what Chucky did against Kolek. He took him out of the game. And him taking Kolek out of the game took out also Iguodaro, because most of Iguodaro's points come from Kolek feeding him in the pick and roll. And I also said before, this team is capable shooters, and they're due to start hitting shots. And we saw what they can do when they start shooting. Storr was a 40% three-point shooter last year. Klesmik is a 38% three-point shooter last year. Chucky was a 40% three-point shooter last year. They have a lot of capable shooters. Asijian, the best shooter on the team. Once these guys start hitting, it's kind of ridiculous. Then you mix in the athleticism, the experience, the size, the strength. This team is checking all the boxes where I think they can make a Final Four run in March. I'm not caught up in the moment. They passed the eye test. Total domination against two good teams. To go into Michigan State and win by 13 when Tom Izzo is bitching after every single call and complaining in the ref's ear, and overcome that by 13 points where it's not even a game, it's ridiculous. Crowell and Wall were men amongst boys, especially Wall getting 8 boards in the span of 22 minutes. Chucky Hepburn looked like the ultimate point guard tonight, dropping 8 dimes. He's really not forcing it this year, and he has more help with the additions of Blackwell and Storr, where the load is much lighter on him, and he's got more depth pieces coming off the bench. He's really looking good. And talking about Michigan State a little bit, AJ Hogard, the man celebrated after every bucket, after anything that went well for him. When his team's down 12, he's celebrating. He never acted like he was never there before. No humility. Well, you got Crowell and Storr just knocking down 8 threes combined, and both of them are just level-headed, expressionless. But you got Hogard showing off after every single play he makes, and it's like, congratulations. After hitting a few threes, you might have raised your percentage to 17% or 18%, whatever it is. And I think Michigan State really misses Joey Hauser. I think he was really underrated at Marquette. 6'9", 45% three-point shooter, averaged 14 points per game last year. I think they're realizing that Malik Hall, you plug him in the starting lineup in the place of Joey Hauser. Not tonight, they start Sissoko, but Malik Hall ain't Joey Hauser. Joey Hauser is much better than Malik Hall. This is not the same Michigan State team. I don't care if they have talented freshmen. Joey Hauser was the real deal. He can move, knockdown shooter. I think he should find a spot in the NBA, especially if his brother could. I always thought that Joey was a better NBA prospect, even though Sam's done really well for himself. I love that Wisconsin withstood Tyson Walker hitting shots. He got really on that second half. They withstood that. And I'm telling you, this Badger team is a problem. I might have sounded crazy a few weeks ago, but I'm telling you, this Wisconsin team is finally living up to what I thought they could be. and the sky's the limit for this team. And that's all I got for you. Thank you very much for making it to the end of the video. If this is your first video thing, make sure to like and subscribe for more college basketball content. See you next time.